Can suffering be a doorway to higher consciousness or rather an obstacle?
Suffering is the only doorway to higher consciousness. The more you suffer, the more you inquire the greater the agitation, the greater the possibility of finding the solution, which is higher consciousness. Higher consciousness is your law. So beyond being pacified, you want to go past that issue. You want to go past whatever the obstacle is. So that is what you are pursuing. That is what you are searching for. So suffering is both a key as well as a barrier. It is both. But your issues, your difficulties, your challenges are a big opportunity to go deeper into, if you like, to go deeper, to go past, to inquire or to reflect upon these apparent dilemmas. And these dilemmas are the indicators, the way you react to these dilemmas, the way you feel about your dilemmas, are the indicators as to where you are. The more concerned you are about, if you like, the outer, the less likely you are to discover that your ruh is beyond time, that your ruh is incredible. When you really begin to access, to really touch the light of your ruh, the rest of it is it becomes a theater. It really is this amazing, it becomes a possibility of disclosure. Because you want to be in the radiance of your ruh all the time. Until really such time you are living as a ruh. You are fully realized. You are fully alive. The addiction is to life. Your ruh is connected completely to life. Because your ruh is from pure life.
So do we keep coming back to higher consciousness, or once you reach it, it's there?
Higher consciousness is another. We started saying this. Within you, there is another level of consciousness. You have access to another level of consciousness. Higher consciousness is what it is. It is what it is. It doesn't need you. You have within you higher consciousness. And the more you touch it, the greater your addiction to your ruh is. A lot of the other, if you like, problems that we have regarding the nafs begin to fall away. Because the nafs is nothing but a problem. It's a dancing shadow. It's a thief.
So you can be intellectually be aware, but spiritually unconscious.
It starts with the akal. It starts with being intelligent. It starts with understanding. It starts with you understand what it is. But you also realize that a lot of what you want is to be alive. You want to really be alive without any issues, without any problem. You want to be fully alive. You want to really be in a state of dynamic awareness, where you are fully alive, fully aware, fully present, fully alert, where you are responding naturally, spontaneously, dynamically to life. You want to be rendered wholesome. You want to be what you were intended to be without any interruption. So suffering is a big, if you like, push in that direction. But equally, alluding to your question, it can also be a big barrier. It depends on the circumstance. It can be a big barrier. A lot of people emerge, or if you like, they discover by virtue of their difficulties. They are pushed into another level of consciousness. They are pushed into another zone. But there are people who have very serious issues who don't have that opportunity. The nafs is a big barrier. It is a big barrier. And there are all sorts of conundrums that come with the animal. Feeding it, pacifying it, putting it down, whatever it is, giving it enough sleep. There are all sorts of issues that come with this, with the beast.
I was going to ask you. Can you be? I asked you, right? Can you be Islamically aware?
Islamically aware. What do you mean?
No, if you,
You're either in the deen or you're not in the deen.
no.
The whole thing is about dhawq, what you want is to taste.
Does higher consciousness mean seeing things seeing reality differently or seeing it more truthfully?
It is about interpreting life the way you are seeing things clearly. You want to see things according to the way things are, not without any, if you like, obscurity. So you want to also understand that all of these amazing, if you like, fields of life, all of these amazing different, you call them radiations, the amazing, if you like, fields of life. You want to enjoy them. What is love? Is generosity.
So is higher consciousness the same as taqwa?
Higher consciousness is taqwa is that you are aware.
So then you're higher.
Taqwa is that you are cautiously aware. Higher consciousness, it all comes from a higher level of consciousness. All of these awarenesses.
Or is taqwa
I'll use two
the
different-
path that leads you to?
All of these consciousnesses are coming from a level of pure consciousness. So pure consciousness is allowing these other consciousnesses to, if you like, come into your awareness. Or pure awareness is allowing these other subtler awarenesses to be alive, to be enlivened. So it is from pure awareness that you are now cautiously aware. And the more you touch pure awareness, the more likely your natural systems, the natural order that is already in you, begins to activate. Islam, in fact, the deen is all about this.
So can someone have knowledge of the deen of Islam but lack higher consciousness, and why?
It is possible, but it's also somewhat impossible. A lot of mullahs and, if you like, scholars have this conundrum. They have a lot of knowledge and they are very mature in the disclosure and the, if you like, interpretation. But to really know it is something else. Also, the critique is severe, but it is an appropriate criticism. It is about you ultimately, you want to understand it, you want to know it. Making a fire is not the same as being warmed up by that fire. Knowing that that fire is in your heart, that is eternal, is a completely different thing.
So what you're saying is that the struggle or the
different-
struggle against the nafs.
It's a different context each time. Getting the wood, preparing it, lighting it, and then discovering that you've lit the fire, but later on you realize that fire, what is heating you up is already, there's something in you that fire, it is eternal.
But
It's there
I'm
already.
asking, is the struggle against the nafs the journey towards higher consciousness?
It is a journey towards higher consciousness, but it is constant jihad.
So that's what I'm asking.
is
Is the
constantly
struggle
feel like-
against...
It is constantly going against the lower aspects of the self. And the lower aspects of the self take one into a lower level of consciousness. It's not about anything wrong with lower consciousness. Lower consciousness is what it is. It's not about right or wrong. It's that you don't accept it. Why? Because you are a ruh. Your ruh is, once you've begun to fluctuate, oscillate with your ruh, you will never accept anything from the animal, because you know what you start seeing it for what it is. You discover who you are. So once you make that discovery, it is you can't accept the animal. And we have these lapses, we have these relapses, we have these dips in whatever it is, and they're also part of the cycles in which life is organized in a certain way, whereby we move towards really, not just regularly, but really being in tune with the ultimate level of consciousness that is in you. The more that you do, the more you are in worship or dhikr. The more you find the shadows are always there, or the darkness of the nafs is always there, but you are effaced in the nur. You are intoxicated by the nur. It is ananda, it is pure bliss, it is sa'ada al-abadiyya, it is pure perfection, pure joy. So you are delighted, you move into a state of delight beyond delight. Of delight that has no possibility of, if you like, loss or despair. That is your ruh.
Okay. Leave it for
So
now.
that is higher consciousness. And higher consciousness, it all comes from that. All of it is from that and with that. You want liberation. You want freedom. And that freedom is about letting go of the delusion of being a person. You are a ruh. You are a celestial entity beyond time. And you are here in this amazing explosion of life that is super dynamically self-aware of itself. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable to be alive, and yet you want to be fully alive. So don't go to sleep. Any other questions?
There's lots of questions, but I got work to do now. Now it's the lower self calling.